Hello, you're watching Dukascopy TV. Now, in a time where once again the panicky eyes of the markets turn to the US for reassurance over the country's debt ceiling, China and Japan are also wading in to put pressure on Washington to sort its house out and fast. But does China and Japan have enough financial clout to put real pressure on the US? What ripples could we expect to see in the financial markets in the near term if the debt ceiling agreement can't be reached? Could we see a noticeable shift in asset allocation by China and Japan or other major holders of treasuries? And will this push up interest rates? I'm putting these questions to Adam Sanalla, Chief Wealth Manager and Head of the Trading Floor at Global Financial Market FX. He joins me now. Adam, you're on the trading floor every day. Are you taking notice of China and Japan's pairing up together over the ongoing US government shutdown?
Well, indeed, we are talking. We are seeing a huge, impact on the market when it comes to China and Japan. Especially, both the main creditors and the main bondholders for the U.S. bonds. Japan and China, they both nearly got 2.5 trillion US dollars worth of investments in the U.S. And it will have a huge impact. And I have no doubt that China will challenge the U.S. and, they will ask the Congress to try to solve the mess as soon as possible because, for the sake of its own economy and obviously for the sake of the global economy as well.
Could we see some major swings in global currency markets as a result of big treasury holders like China and Japan pushing up interest rates if the shutdown in the U.S. doesn't resolve itself?
Well, obviously, it will have a huge impact on it. I mean, particularly, when we will be looking at some currencies on currency markets such as, the value of the US dollars. There's a huge relationship between bond market and interest rate markets. When interest rates is high, bond is low, and so far we saw decrease on the value of bonds. We have a huge, event today at the 10 years bond auctions. Due to that, it will have a huge impact on US dollars currencies. Will have on JPYs, on major indices as well, such the Nikkeis and the Shanghai as well.
Now, what sort of ripples are you expecting to see from the markets in the near to mid-term as a result of such nervousness over the situation in the US?
Well, I would be looking at the market. It depends on, if the Congress, will agree to solve that and will agree to increase the debt ceiling and, the borrowing limits for the US. They will be mainly by October the 17th. So far, till this day, market should be, a bit volatile. Traders should be able to gain on the downside of it, especially, they tend to look for more safe haven investments, such as gold, such as, we saw an increase on the euros. And obviously, if the U.S. Congress agrees to solve the issue, we should be seeing some key reversal patterns when it comes to euro dollars. It should be dropping back to 133, 132. We saw the Nasdaq as well, and the Dow Jones, has a huge decrease. By that time, I should probably look at, the levels to be, to look at between 1,500, 1,600 as an average price for U.S. main indices and main stocks as well.
As a wealth manager, what will you be advising your clients if this shutdown continues towards the end of October and into the beginning of November?
I mean, as someone who's on the trading floor, I mean, my main, advice would be for my valid investors, try to look at some more solid investments with a short returns. Will be such as, gold. If the shutdown continues, we might see a huge increase of the value of the gold. Would go to levels of $1,400 an ounce. Then we might see, buying some more assets on different currencies, such as Aussies might increase due to the correlation between the commodities and obviously and the US dollars. I would go for more Aussies. I would buy Australian dollars. I would buy pounds, and definitely I would buy euros. And obviously, I would be, it would have a bit of impact on some of the European indices. I will be selling DAX for the short term and definitely buying silver and gold.
Okay, thanks for joining me. The US shutdown continues, but keep an eye on all our content here on Dukascopy TV as we update you with the latest angles and commentary from a variety of special guests. But for now, goodbye.